The story begins in Japan, where more than 200,000 fierce ninjas exist who in appearance look just like ordinary men, but in reality live very dangerous lives. Suzuki is a lower-ranked ninja who lives among common people in the form of a magazine editor. One day, suddenly, she received a message. She quickly said goodbye to her writer and moved toward a bridge. When she reached there, she saw a Russian man who hunts ninjas. She has been given the mission to kill this very man. That man fired at Suzuki, dodging which Suzuki attacked with her heel, which suddenly transformed into two sharp daggers. That man somehow escaped and kept firing bullets at Suzuki with his gun. But Suzuki dodged and threw some ninja stars at him and then came from behind and kicked at his jewels. But still that man did not stop. Even Suzuki's electric rod had no effect on him, and he slammed Suzuki onto the ground. From some distance, another ninja was watching all this. This ninja's name is KTO, who is a high-ranked ninja. Now he was about to shoot her when at the last moment a toothpick struck into his arm. As soon as he turned to look, he saw a boy running toward him. This too is a ninja whose name is Kuro. Kuro very easily defeated that Russian man and in the end finished him by chokehold. He told Suzuki that I am leaving. You handle the rest of the work. Hearing this, Suzuki was completely shocked. She thought, what kind of man is this? Why are you letting someone else take your credit? To which Kuro said that I don't want to do so much work. I am going home to sleep. Kuro was a fine ninja, but at the same time very lazy too. And now he quietly left from there. At this time, he lives in an old cheap house. Being alone and bored at home, he keeps practicing by blowing and making a toothpick arrow. Suddenly, someone silently entered his room. This is his senior Kido, who has come here to give him a mission. After World War II, some bad ninjas together had formed a dangerous group whose name is Underground Ninjas. According to secret information, they have infiltrated John High School and taken control there. This school is also built at a special place where earlier there used to be a broken-down Nitano military school, where even now some secrets of wartime are still hidden. Kuro's mission is that he has to go undercover and find out their plan. To help in his mission, Kido gave him a special suit. With the help of this suit, he could become invisible, but only from the surface. When Kuro was passing time with this suit, suddenly from the toilet came the voice of Kuro's friend who was asking for toilet paper. It was kept very far from the seat. She told Kuro that if you look toward me, I will beat you a lot, understood? Obeying her words, Kuro climbed the wall and without looking at the girl from above, reached to the toilet paper. But in the end, to hand the toilet paper to the girl, he turned toward her, for which a slipper struck on his face. Next morning, Kuro reached Juden High School. When he found out that he would have to give the entrance exam, he became very troubled. For once, he even thought that what's the need, just complete the mission and leave it. But then the fear of Kido began to haunt him. Now he began to think that after all, how will I pass the entrance exam? With his tired but beautiful face, Kuro soon attracted the attention of Noguchi, who is a student and is retaking the exam. After entering the class, Kuro, looking down, took a round of the class and then went to sit near Noguchi. He was sure that the people of the organization must have already prepared for Kuro to pass. They had made the answers on the floor with colorful rice grains. As soon as Kuro started writing the answers, Noguchi screamed loudly. She thought that those rice grains on the floor were some kind of insects. The teacher said that if you have a problem, then clean them up. But Kuro thought, brother, something has to be done. He dropped his eraser down and while picking it up very cleverly filled a straw with a paper ball and shot it at Noguchi. After which she began to scream that someone just touched me. She even called the teacher a pervert old man. But the master said, child, see, my hands are not that long. In their argument, Kuro quickly began to fill one paper after another. But before he could finish the math paper, the teacher moved toward Noguchi to handle her, and at the same time, by stepping his foot, the rice grains also got disturbed. Now there was no way, so Kuro took the help of acting, and right there sitting, he peed. Then he began to cry that I got so scared for the exam that by mistake, I drank too much water. After which the teacher calmed him down and said that the exam is only for namesake. Even if you leave the sheet empty, still they will pass you. Okay? Kuro wanted to get information about the school, so while going back, he waited for Noguchi and both started walking home together. Kuro's house came first, so he told Noguchi that come sometime to our poor food. Noguchi a little hesitantly agreed, and both reached the roof of his house. During their conversation, Noguchi told that in the class there are some naughty kids. They may trouble you. A boy named Ada is my friend. They troubled him so much that he stopped coming to class. Along with this, she told that under our school there are many secret tunnels which go to a special military base from World War II time. Kuro understood that maybe the underground ninja group is after this military base. When the sun began to set, Noguchi said that I should go home now. But suddenly she slipped from the roof and fell. But before she could fall down, Kuro jumped and caught her, and while falling down, the safety feature of Kuro's suit got turned on, which turned into a cushion. Noguchi screamed with her mouth wide open and fainted, after which Kuro dropped her at home. That very night, a rowdy boy was trying to fly his drone near the bathroom of his neighbor friend Kawado. But he did not know that Kuro, wearing his invisible suit, was sitting right there. With his special rod, he gave the boy an electric shock. Actually, this boy is none other than Noguchi's friend Ada. Kuro told him to apologize to Kawado, and next day took him to school, saying that, "Don't be afraid, I will protect you, but it will cost you 500 leaves every day." As soon as they reached school, those boys again started troubling Ada. But this time, maybe they chose the wrong day, because today Kuro was also here. Kuro with his leg held Ada's leg and made him attack that other boy with a bang, after which that boy started jumping in pain. Ada didn't even understand what happened, and then Kuro went to the back row and sat down. He didn't even bring a book, after which the girl sitting next to him, Sato, gave him her book, after which Noguchi started looking at him with jealous eyes. Just then, a red light fell on his face, which is a laser light. This actually is ninjas' signal to talk to each other. After this, Kuro got up and went out of the class. On the roof was a boy named Shion. He is a high-ranked ninja. That day, when Kuro had finished off that Russian man that day, he too was present there. Before he could jump into the fight, Kuro came in between. Just like Kuro, he too is an undercover ninja in the school, whose work was to find out who all are in the underground ninja group. Along with the two of them, there is one more ninja who is living here in disguise. Right now, he is the discipline director of the school. He told Kuro to meet him in the boiler room after class and then vanished from there. Just then, Kuro saw that Ida again fell into trouble. He made his upper body invisible, and with a box on his face reached there, and one of those boys kicked Kuro to know who he is. But instead, he himself fell down. Kuro first destroyed his game and then stood behind Ida and held his hands. He made Ida's own hands give a strong punch to the other boy, so that in the school it would be Ida's name, not Kuro's. After this, Kuro reached the boiler room to meet the director. The director suddenly pulled a sword from behind and attacked Kuro. Both of them were considering each other as member of the underground ninja group. Kuro gave strong reply to every strike of the director. When he came to know that the director is not connected with the underground ninja group, then he said, "Back off. Our satellite has locked aim at you. If I want, I can finish you in 1 second." But the director thought that Kuro was talking nonsense. A low-class ninja like him cannot possibly have access to a satellite. But then the sky satellite attacked with a laser and cut the director's sword from the middle. The director understood that better not mess with him. After which, Kuro went from there. As soon as he came out, he saw that the most famous girl of his class, Mitsuki, was waiting for him. She looked at Kuro and smiled in a strange way, and without saying anything, went away. In a nearby store, after the customer left, the sensor door of the store opened on its own, and then closed again, as if some invisible thing entered inside, and after some time the goods of the store began to fall. The woman present in the store tried to fight. She too was a ninja. But this invisible man finished her. Suzuki got a message that someone killed her mentor, who was a ninja. And just then, Suzuki too was attacked. Suzuki understood that this surely must be a man from the underground ninja group, because only they have such a suit that can make a person completely invisible, while their suit makes a man invisible only halfway. Meanwhile, when Sato was going home from school, that man caught her. Suzuki warned that he must not harm any ordinary person. To this, the man told Suzuki that your death is not written here. It is written in Kodan High School. On the other hand, Noguchi was sitting in her room thinking about Kuro. From the past few days, she could not take Kuro's thoughts out of her mind. She was dreaming of spending a happy life with him, and just then we saw that Kuro was sitting quietly at midnight near her bed, staring at her. Kuro told her that the ninja working in the store was killed, and he fears that the underground ninja gang is about to attack. In their school, a very fierce battle is about to break out. He told Noguchi that for some days don't come to school, okay? And then, without saying anything, Kuro jumped out of the window and disappeared. After this, we see a man running as if someone was after his life. Suddenly, a ninja star began to chase him, and the moment it got the chance, it struck in his leg, after which that man fell. This man's name is Saruta, who earlier was a ninja of Kuro's team, that is Nin. But now he had left that group. After which that invisible man chasing him said that would he like to join the underground ninjas? Saru agreed in 1 second and started saying that I really enjoy killing people. Tell me, who is the target? It turns out that the invisible ninja who was killing all ninjas was none other than Saruta himself. Next morning, when a student was going to school, Saruta in one strike cut off his head and took the body with him. On the other side, despite Kuro forbidding Noguchi, she still reached the school searching for him. Just then, the school director saw her. In panic, Noguchi told everything that Kuro had told her, that the school is about to be destroyed. The director understood that the fight is about to break out. He gave Noguchi a ring and said, "Give this to Kuro. Try to find him. This is very important." Sometime later, Saruta with that student's body reached the class. Still no one could see him, and suddenly the headless body came in the middle of everyone and fell. The class got into panic, and Saruta began to finish students one after another. Some students managed to escape from the room, but Saruta was still after them. Soon Suzuki and Shion got the news that a man of the underground ninjas is spreading terror in the school. Suzuki saw this bloodshed with her own eyes. She took out her rod, and the killer took off his invisible suit and even removed the mask. Saruta said that, "Did you recognize me in this school when we studied? I wanted you very much, but you made fun of my love and ran away." Filled with anger and hatred, Saruta did not stop himself at all. They both fought dangerously, one after another. Suzuki was strong, that's why she soon got close to victory. But she didn't notice one thing. Saruta's suit could absorb electric attacks. That's why Suzuki's staff had no effect at all. And just when Suzuki was about to lose, a man came crashing through the glass. This was Kato, the high-ranked ninja. Facing him, Saruta had almost no chance of standing his ground. He knew that very well. That's why he quickly put his mask on and vanished in silence. But Kato didn't mind. With lightning speed, he cut into his own arm and flung his blood towards Saruta, so it would mark his suit, making his invisible body visible again. Kato slashed with his sword, but Saruta's advanced suit inflated like a balloon and protected him. Seizing the chance, Saruta escaped. Meanwhile, Noguchi was still searching for Kuro when she bumped into a panicked Ida. Ada told her, "I went with Kuro and another boy to that tunnel area. There's a rumor one of the paths leads to an underground bunker. The other guy and I didn't dare to go inside, but now I'm scared for Kuro." Inside, Kuro saw a girl. It was Mitsuki, the mastermind behind the entire plan. She was far stronger than Kuro had imagined. He hurled a bomb at her, but in a blink, she was hanging from a wall by just one finger. Kuro tossed 2 high-voltage cables at her, but she grabbed them with bare hands as if electricity had no effect on her body. Meanwhile, Saruta was roaming the school when Shion appeared before him. Drawing his sword, Shion fought with extreme agility. He cleverly scattered glass on the floor so he could track Saruta's steps. His teddy bear gadget also pinpointed Saruta's exact location. Shion pinned Saruta against a wall. In moments, the satellite's strike would have ended him. But at the very last second, Saruta slipped away. Shion chased him to the roof, where he caught up. He swung with fierce strikes, slashing at Saruta, but it was only Saruta's suit lying there. From behind, Saruta ambushed him suddenly. Shion tried to counter, but his sword snapped into 2. Shion was a skilled fighter, but the underground ninja's weapons were far superior. Saruta slashed his shoulder with a brutal blow, leaving him injured and desperate. Holding only half a blade to defend himself, he was seconds away from defeat. But then Kato arrived and flipped the tide. He drove his sword clean through Saruta's body, ending the fight and saving Shion's life. Down in the tunnels, Kuro was losing badly. He knew beating Mitsuki was nearly impossible. She was too powerful. But he wanted answers. What did Mitsuki truly want? Why was she doing all this? Mitsuki finally revealed the truth. She had spread false rumors on purpose to draw all ninjas to the school, so they would activate the ninja laser satellite and expose its location. Using hacked data, they had already pinpointed the satellite, and now one of their men had reached it. Their special suits even worked in space. Back in the tunnel, Mitsuki struck Kuro with overwhelming force. He defended as best he could, but in reality, he was only stalling, hoping his friends would arrive in time. Just then, Noguchi arrived with Ada. She handed Kuro the ring the discipline director had told her to give him. Kuro slipped it on, and its antenna activated. Suddenly, a drone armed with a sword flew in. Kuro grabbed the blade, kicked up dust toward Mitsuki, and launched a strike. Once again, they clashed with everything they had. But Kuro realized that attacking Mitsuki head-on was foolish. He had to trick her and strike unexpectedly. His invisibility suit was useless here. It only concealed his upper body, and Mitsuki could still see him. Kuro ran every possible scenario in his head. No matter what he tried, he ended up dead. Finally, he understood. He couldn't win that way. There was only one path left. He launched a full-force attack, pushing forward with no regard for his life. His sword pierced straight through Mitsuki, while hers slashed into him. Kuro shoved her back and pulled his blade free. Mitsuki collapsed to the ground. Kuro had reached his limit. He staggered, bleeding, and fell. Noguchi rushed to lift him, and together they tried to escape. At that moment, one of the underground ninja operatives reached the satellite and uploaded a virus into its system. Instantly, the entire laser weapon came under their control. He twisted the dial to maximum power. The target locked onto the school. Seconds later, the beam expanded and obliterated the entire building. The massive blast shook the underground bunker. Walls cracked, the structure began collapsing, and the exit was far away. Noguchi and Kuro struggled to escape, but Kuro, critically wounded, realized he wouldn't survive. He stripped off his invisibility suit and wrapped it around Noguchi. Debris came crashing down over them. Moments later, Noguchi emerged alive. The special suit had saved her. But Kuro had sacrificed his life to protect the world. In the film's ending, we see Kuro's twin brother, Juro, who for some reason came to meet Noguchi. If you liked this video, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. See you in the next amazing movie recap. Until then, goodbye, guys.